Water is a particularly important issue now, and it will become even more over the next 30 years. So we thought that in the rehabilitation of Rákosi Street, it would be interesting to take a new approach to this issue. How can we save it, how to collect, filter, and reuse it, and what are the new uses? Even sometimes, we have to think how to protect us from it. With the increase of unpredictable weather phenomena, we don't know what could possibly happen to the Danube in the future. It may overflow again like in 2013, as you can see on those images. Our block, the block 9, is one of the blocks located closest to the Danube, so it seems to us to be particularly concerned by this potential problem. We can then say that we had two project objectives. The first one is to respond to the problem of density by creating a new healthy spaces, public spaces on the street approach, or private spaces under the roof of buildings. The second objective was to find a new innovative way to deal with water. Now let's look at our block and its buildings. Some elements have been the decision maker as to where we choose to locate the project. You can see that most of the roofs are pitched, which is not very surprising in the center of Budapest, but you can still see some flat roof on the residential block at the back. We have judged that the two buildings in the front and the roofs have a certain heritage value, so the two buildings behind seemed more appropriate for settlement. One is a residential block with a wide variety of roof, and the other is a bank, whose roof is regular over the whole building. We therefore choose to implement our roof concept on both buildings. But for the moment, let's focus on the public space. First of all, we see that the hotel is placed in a different orientation from the road, which leaves room for public space on both sides. We choose to place one stop of the future tram line, which seemed reasonable to us because it's a public square. We also needed parking slot for the hotel, but we rather restricted the number, and they will have charging station for electric cars. Finally, the main concept of the public square are the filter basins, crossed by these wooden footbridges. Now let's focus on our roof project. The idea was to create a concept that would be applicable to a wide variety of buildings, adapting the function but keeping the same architectural basis. This concept is very simple. It consists of collecting water on the pitched roof of the building. This water is conveyed into tanks by means of gutter. The corners of the building are opened in order to make patios, and the tanks are placed in the center of these patios. The water from the tanks has then multiple adaptable uses, but the one we give priority to is the roof water cooling system, which we will explain in more detail at the end of the video. Going back to the bank, so we have three patios, which you see indicated by these arrows. The space created under the roof serves as a co-working space and a meeting room for the bank, as well as cafes and restaurants. The aim of the roof concept is to create a pleasant living space. The water cooling allows you to live in the attic even with the high temperature of summer, and to enjoy the outdoor space provided by the patios. On the roof of the residential building, given the wide variety of roofs, we choose to develop our concept mainly on the two buildings on the left. So we have two patios at the corner of the building. The functions in these buildings are related to the filter basin of the public space. We thought about making a laboratory which could be used as a place for the university to do research related to the water and the way it can be filtered with plants. So we have two laboratories here and here. On this roof, which has the particularity to be the only flat roof of our block, we decided to use it for urban agriculture. Here is a more detailed axonometry of the patio. The main idea was to give the illusion of keeping the skeleton of the frame of the roof and removing the envelope. In reality, this structure is not load-bearing. It's there for aesthetic purposes, but it's also used in summer to attach modular textiles, to bring freshness and shadow to the patios. You see in the center the water tank. We wanted to design the water tank as an object that fits into the patio and can even be an integral part of the furniture. Here is the design we thought of. The water tank is in the middle and is placed around the seats and tables. Shade is provided by a wooden pergola fixed in the water tank. Okay, let's finally talk a bit about the roof structure. So the old roof structure is demolished to leave place for a new one. This one is made of metal and wood, as you can see on this picture. The roof is cooled by a water cooling system. So how this system works: at first the water is collected when it's rain on the roof surface by gutter, and then it's conveyed to the tank by drains. During the summer, when it's very hot, the water is pumped into the reservoir to be sprayed onto the roof surfaces by a sprinkler system. In this way, the roof keeps a low temperature and provides a cooler atmosphere in the attic, where the new space are installed. Thank you for watching this video. It was a presentation of our project Rainfall City Web. For more information, please refer to the poster and the PDF. Thank you.